Hi, everyone. Rudolf Steiner recommended two practices for the ethical individualist. One is to apply the individualistic principles described in the philosophy of freedom to life. The other is to practice pure conceptual thinking. This video will be an exercise in pure thinking. I have chosen free will as the topic to contemplate. The question of free will has been discussed by the greatest thinkers of history since the time of the Greeks. Let's see what Rudolf Steiner has to say about free will. Here is a description of free will from Chapter 12 in the 1918 Revised edition of Steiner's Philosophy of Freedom. The will is free insofar as it realizes purely conceptual intuitions. Let's contemplate this description. The will realizes something. It realizes its intention. Its intention is a purely conceptual intuition. This intention is conceptual. It is in the form of a concept. A concept is a thought or idea. It is conceived in the mind. But we are looking at a particular kind of concept, a pure concept. Now, something that is pure is composed of only one substance and not mixed with anything else. The one substance here is thought. Pure thought is not mixed with any specific outside perceptual or observable content. It is universal. A universal concept is a general law or principle that is not perceptible to the senses, but it can be applied to experience. Here's an example. The concept triangle is a universal concept. It encompasses all triangles within the concept. The universal concept triangle cannot be observed in the world, but we can apply the concept triangle to a variety of particular triangles with specific angles like the equilateral triangle, the right triangle, and so on. The universal concept triangle can be only grasped in the mind. It is the same with ethical principles. Do good to others, or live a healthy life, are pure conceptual principles. They are universal principles that do not include specific world content like the rule, clean your Toyota every Sunday. The quote also says free will is the realization of an intuition. Intuition is the first appearance of thought. It is a source of knowledge. The kind of intuition being referred to here can even be called an intellectual intuition. A pure conceptual intuition brings generalized knowledge to the action that can then be applied to the specific situation. Concepts are filled with knowledge because they do not exist in isolation. They connect with other concepts to form an ordered whole. A conceptual intuition springs from our whole system of concepts, where each concept has its place within the whole. The conceptual intuition is grounded in itself and exists through itself, in the sense that the concept is a product of our system of concepts. A conceptual intuition is not produced by anything outside of us or external. It is determined by our intuitive thinking. The result is that the intention that guides our action is completely original. It is not determined by our past experience. It is not determined by what someone else has done or recommended. It is not determined by what God has commanded to be done. The will is free because its intention originates in free thought. We can feel the difference between acting out of freedom and not. When we act out of pure intuition, we feel the freedom. This is what the philosophy of freedom calls moral intuition. Thanks for listening. And if you have some thoughts on free will, please post them in the comments. And remember, to live and let live.